Herzlich willkommen bei Story Studies. Hier lernst du Englisch mit spannenden Geschichten. Du siehst die Geschichte mit englischen und deutschen Untertiteln, damit du jedes Wort verstehst. Wenn du die Geschichte von Anfang an schauen möchtest, dann findest du den Link zu Kapitel 1 in der Beschreibung. Los geht's und viel Spaß!
The once beautifully clear sky has turned dark with storm clouds. Rain pelts furiously down on Maya, Nick, and Josie, who are scrambling to pack up their things.
The alert says the waves are predicted to get up to 25 feet high, and the wind gusts could be 39 to 54 miles per hour.
Hurry! We don't want to get trapped in the storm.
A gust of wind snatches Maya's hat and throws it into the angry sea. Its waves swallow it as they crash upon the shore.
We need to leave now!
She takes Nick and Josie by the hand and pulls them towards the car. Nick's heart begins to pound in his chest, but he tells himself that he's just afraid of the storm. He grips her hand even tighter as the wind pushes against them, like it's trying to separate them. When they finally reach the car, they are covered in wet sand.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
They load everything into the car as quickly as they can.
I'll drive.
They jump into the car. Josie speeds away like the waves are going to follow after them. As they near Los Angeles, the sky turns from black to gray, but the rain doesn't let up.
No more painting outside today.
But we can still hang out.
Y'all want to come over to my place and we can make something delicious for lunch?
Yes, I'm starving.
Back at the apartment building, Maya lets Nick and Josie into her place. Her home is like stepping into a bazaar. It's decorated with lanterns, colorful scarves, and woven tapestries with scenes of deserts and valleys. After lighting some incense and putting on some soft music, she tells them to make themselves comfortable.
I've got to take Felix out. I'll be right back.
Okay, hope you don't mind us snooping while you're gone.
Go ahead.
As Maya leaves with Felix, Josie picks up a photograph on a shelf.
Aw, it's a family portrait. Her brother and sister look so much like her.
They do. You can tell she's the baby of the family. Look at how they all gravitate towards her.
I met her dad Dion yesterday. He's very sweet and funny like Maya too.
Nick looks over the bookshelf, mentally taking note of books he should read.
Do you think she's read all of these?
I wouldn't be surprised if she has.
Maya comes back in. Felix runs over and jumps on Nick, getting his wet paws all over him.
Sorry about that. It seems like he really likes you.
I don't mind. My clothes are already dirty from the beach.
Dogs love Nick. My grandmother Nora's dog liked him more than me.
Josie's stomach growls loud enough for everyone to notice. Felix runs over to her and barks at her.
I've got to get you fed. Let's raid my kitchen and see what we can make.
Good idea. Josie gets hangry when she goes too long without food.
I want to argue with that, but I can't because it's true.
After washing their hands, they look through Maya's cupboards and fridge.
How about grilled cheese and tomato soup from scratch?
That's perfect rainy day food.
I'll be on grilled cheese duty.
Okay, Josie, you can help me make the soup.
Why does it seem like Nick's job is easier?
It actually takes a lot of skill to make the perfect grilled cheese sandwich.
Don't worry, Josie. He can also be on cleanup duty.
Fine by me, if that means I can relax a bit while y'all make the soup.
He plops on the couch and pulls out his phone. While he's scrolling social media, Maya gets out the vegetables and broth.
I'll chop up the garlic and onions, and you can dice up the tomatoes.
On it.
They chop up the ingredients and combine them with chicken broth in a stock pot. Once it comes to a boil, they let it simmer for 20 minutes. Josie is impressed with how the tomato soup is looking so far. She's only ever made it from a can.
Smells delicious.
After it's done simmering, we're going to puree it in a food mill, and then I'll show you how to make a roux.
You sound like a contestant on Top Chef or something. Where did you learn how to cook?
Growing up, my parents used to have cooking contests, and I would be their judge. When I got old enough to handle the dangerous equipment in the kitchen, I joined the contest too.
And who's the best chef out of the three of you?
That's still to be determined. None of us will concede the title to the other.
That's so cute.
Once Maya and Josie are done making the soup, the entire kitchen is fragrant with the scent of tomato and garlic. Josie tastes a spoonful of their creation and calls Nick over.
This tastes amazing. Nick, you have to come and try this.
Nick takes a spoonful of soup and blows on it before he tastes it. The second the broth hits his tongue, he smiles with delight.
I think that might be the best soup I've ever tasted.
Maya smiles at their compliments. Cooking is one of her love languages. She loves to make people happy through food.
I told you it was good. Maya, why are you working at a cafe when you could be a chef?
Cooking to me is an enjoyable hobby. Working in a kitchen would take the joy out of it.
That's understandable. I've seen enough cooking shows to see how that would be true.
It's your turn in the kitchen. Hurry up and make those grilled cheese sandwiches while the soup is hot.
Yes, chef.
Josie and Maya set the table while he makes the grilled sandwiches. He makes a whole stack of them in no time.
Come and get 'em.
After dishing up, they bring their sandwiches and soup to the table. All three collectively after taking a bite.
This used to be one of my favorite dishes to eat when I was a kid.
It was your number one request you asked my grandma Nora to make, besides her peanut butter cookies.
My parents are both great at cooking Taiwanese food, but despite all their years living in America, They never made a single American dish.
That's not true. Your dad loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Okay, besides that.
How long have you two been friends for?
Since the first week of middle school, we did a group book project together on an alien adventure story.
And we thought it would be cool to dress up like the aliens from the story for the presentation. We got an A on the project, but it lost us a lot of cool points.
After being branded the alien weirdos, we pretty much only hung out with each other that year.
I can't believe doing something like that lost you friends. I would have thought that was cool.
I still think it was cool. They just weren't ready for it.
After they've had their fill of food, Josie and Maya lie on the couch while Nick washes the dishes.
I'm beyond stuffed.
Me too. I need to do something to work this off.
How about we play a game?
Nick comes out of the kitchen and plops down next to them.
How about charades? That's a rainy day classic.
I'm down.
Me too.
Maya grabs some pens and paper and an old hat. They tear the paper into tiny strips and write down some words on it, and then fold them and put them in the hat.
I'll go first.
She pulls a piece of paper from the hat. Her eyebrows scrunch as she thinks about it. She makes a scary face and puts her arms out in front of her.
Vampire.
Ghost!
Nick got it. It was a ghost. So, it's your turn.
He shakes up the bowl and grabs a paper. His face lights up, and then he points at Maya.
You're supposed to act something out, not just point.
Artist.
Nick shakes his head.
Fashionable. Cool.
Nick shakes his head again.
Ding, ding, ding. You're out of time.
It was obvious. The word is beautiful.